Look at him, he's rocking Curry's. I'm done, bro. No. You think we're gonna bro, LeVar came out and he said Lonzo could sign with whatever shoe company he wants. I don't get it. He has his own exclusive shoe. Hey guys, FlightMike here, and I'm back again with another video. I apologize that it's been so long since I've last uploaded. I've been going through some technical difficulties since my last video. Primarily, well, my computer overheated and I haven't been able to get content out as much, so I apologize for that, but nonetheless, we're back with another NBA video, and honestly, man, I'm kind of excited. So earlier this month, free agency has started, and the amount the NBA landscape has changed is absolutely insane. For one, the West is extremely strong right now, and the East seems to be wide open for the young up-and-coming teams. Teams like the Philadelphia 76ers, who are yearning for a chance to make the playoffs despite them starting two #1 overall picks this year. And honestly, as a Laker fan, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of free agency because every single year we think we're getting some kind of transcendent player, and we did last year when we got ourselves Timofey Mozgov. I think. I hate you. Free agency had me thinking, what were the most earth-shattering free agency acquisitions in NBA history? We're talking about moves that changed the entire landscape of the NBA. I also wanted to give you guys an opportunity to suggest videos that you would like to see me make for you guys. So in the comment section, if you have any video that you want to see me make and have on this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. And if I use your idea, I'll definitely take the comment and put it in the video in which I do the concept that you suggest, giving you the credit you deserve. At the end of the day, man, this is our channel. We love discussing basketball, and I want to make videos that you guys want to see. So post in that comment section any video ideas that you would like to see, and I'll get to work on it. Finally, if you can all do me the nice favor of smash that freaking like button. Do it. I'm gonna give you 5 to 10 seconds to smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel because it's a freaking awesome NBA channel, and if you're a diehard fan, you want to show your boy some love, hit that notification bell, bro. Okay, let's get started. Free agency is quite possibly the most volatile time in NBA history, as die-hard NBA fans can do nothing but stare at Twitter and Adrian Wojnarowski's Twitter account as they hope their franchise makes shrewd moves in hopes of improving their teams. Sometimes those moves are brilliant, like the signing of Timofey Mozgov by the Los Angeles Lakers, and sometimes those moves are horrendous, like the signing of, I don't know, I was clearly being sarcastic about the signing of Timofey Mozgov though, but sometimes there are moves that shatter the NBA, that send shockwaves throughout the league, and make the rest of the league adjust to such a move. And these are the top 5 most ground-shaking, greatest free agency acquisitions in NBA history. Number 5, Steve Nash returns to Phoenix. Steve Nash was drafted 15th overall in the loaded, iconic 1996 NBA draft by the Phoenix Suns. And during his first stint there, which lasted 2 years, the Suns really didn't give him much of a chance. For one, Steve Nash only averaged 11 minutes per game in his rookie season, where he only averaged 3.3 points per game and 2.1 assists per game. And in his second season, he only averaged 9.1 points per game when he got 22 minutes per game. This is because the Suns also had a future Hall of Fame point guard on their roster already. They had Jason Kidd, and Steve Nash was proven to be a little bit excessive. So the Suns dealt Nash to the Dallas Mavericks for Bubba Wells, Martin Moorsep, and a first-round pick, which would turn out to be Shawn Marion. During his next 6 years in Dallas, Nash proved to be an above-average point guard who made the All-Star team twice and helped turn the Dallas Mavericks from a perennial joke into a powerhouse in the West. Well, in 2004, Steve Nash had already turned 30, so Mark Cuban made a pretty intelligent decision based off of Steve Nash's age that he had already peaked and will not really get better from here. And boy was he wrong. Nash was already known for his defensive shortcomings, but that didn't stop the Phoenix Suns from signing him to a 6-year, $65 million deal. And we all know what happens next. Steve Nash takes the league by storm in Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less offense and won the NBA MVP back-to-back years as a 34 and 35-year-old on the Phoenix Suns. Think about that for a second. He was supposed to be way past his prime at that point. And not only did he defy father time, but he revolutionized the way basketball was played, as the D'Antoni offense formed the template for the Golden State Warriors pace and space offense today. Number 4, LeBron James returns to the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James' second decision was not nearly as dramatic as his first. He did not schedule a full hour live televised stream at the Boys and Girls Club to say why he was going back to Cleveland. After losing to the San Antonio Spurs in the 2014 NBA Finals, LeBron James again stunned the world by writing a letter titled "I'm Coming Home." In the letter, he said that he will be returning to Cleveland. This immediately established the cellar-dwelling Cavaliers, who haven't been able to recover from LeBron James's first exit in 2010, as contenders in the East once again. In this letter, he reaffirmed his commitment to bringing a championship to Cleveland, a promise he made prior to leaving Cleveland in 2010, and was able to do so at the conclusion of the 2016 NBA season, in one of the most memorable NBA Finals series in NBA history. Number 3, Shaq joins the Lakers. Oh boy, man, this is gonna, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be really dense. I really had to do a lot of research for this one, guys, because this was way before my time. I was born in 1993, and although Shaq remains one of my favorite players as a Laker fan, this situation just absolutely baffles me. Following the 1995-96 season, where Shaq's Orlando Magic were swept by the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals, Shaq hit free agency after tons of pointless drama between him and the Orlando Magic. Here's an example. After showing up late to a nationally televised game against the Chicago Bulls on April 7th, 1996, his head coach Brian Hill said that he did not want to let Shaquille O'Neal play on a nationally televised stage. This is not only going to look bad in front of all of your fans, but this is national TV. Tabloid magazines are gonna go crazy over this. Entering free agency, Shaq reaffirmed his commitment to the Orlando Magic, seeing it as his best way to win a championship due to the young roster the Magic built around him and his chemistry with Penny Hardaway. On top of that, just looking around the NBA, there didn't really seem to be any team that could make a run at him in terms of money and cap space. It just didn't seem plausible for Shaq to leave Orlando. In fact, Shaq leaving Orlando would be like the equivalent to Tim Duncan leaving the San Antonio Spurs. According to Shaq's agent, Leonard Armato, Shaq started reading in the paper that the Orlando Magic would not be willing to pay him the max because they wanted to save money for Penny Hardaway's impending free agency. This rubbed Shaq off the wrong way because Shaq had a huge ego and wanted to be known as the man, the most important piece on each and every single team. The Orlando Magic's first offer was a 4-year, $54 million deal, which Shaq was fine with until he saw Alonzo Mourning re-sign for 7 years and $110 million with the Miami Heat. The general manager of the Lakers at the time was Jerry West, and he did not waste any time in the potential of bringing in Shaquille O'Neal, moving Vlade Divac to the Hornets for the draft rights of Kobe Bryant, which was initially supposed to be a cap-saving move. This move saved the Lakers $3.3 million in cap space. Jerry West also sold Shaq on the lifestyle of LA, the opportunities to further his brand, pursue acting, and the young core of him, Kobe Bryant, and Nick Van Exel. Meanwhile, the Magic were doing exactly what the Miami Heat did with Dwayne Wade's most recent free agency, which was lowballing the best up-and-coming prospect in the NBA. The Magic finally offered a 7-year deal at $109 million to Shaq. But this isn't all. There was a poll in Orlando upon news of this deal that asked citizens and fans of the Magic if they should pay Shaq $100 million to stay. 85% of Orlando said no to this. All of this led to Shaq jumping ship from the Orlando Magic to the Los Angeles Lakers and creating one of the greatest dynasties we've ever seen in NBA history, as Shaq signed a 7-year deal worth $120 million. And we all know what happened with him and Kobe Bryant and the rest. Number 2, Kevin Durant joins the Golden State Warriors. Following the 2016 NBA season, Kevin Durant was presumed to be staying with the Oklahoma City Thunder, with his MVP caliber teammate Russell Westbrook. The OKC Thunder proved to Durant that this was a team that was not only capable of contending on a year-to-year basis, but that they were also capable of acquiring talent and surrounding himself and Russ with it. Sam Presti has always been a shrewd GM, and other than the James Harden trade, which was made due to Clay Bennett not wanting to pay the luxury tax, he's been perfect in my personal opinion so far. So when Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder lost their Western Conference series to the Golden State Warriors after being up 3-1, everyone thought it was a safe bet that Kevin Durant would come back. After all, there had been many tweets from Kevin Durant's Twitter account in the past regarding his disapproval of superstar players joining together to form super teams, like this one when LeBron James joined the Miami Heat in 2010. So when Kevin Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder to join the historic 73-win Golden State Warriors, who had just blown a 3-1 lead to the Cleveland Cavaliers, the rest of the NBA was perplexed and in shock. For one, many forget that the Warriors were set to take the NBA championship home until a Draymond Green suspension provided the Cavaliers with a window of opportunity to tie up the series 3-3. I'm not taking away from the Cavaliers, but when you have a top 2 defensive player in the NBA, remember Draymond Green was a top 2 finalist for Defensive Player of the Year for the past 3 years and lost it to Kawhi Leonard until he finally beaten out Kawhi Leonard this year for it. When you lose a player of that caliber, it's definitely going to make a difference against a team like the Cavaliers. So joining the Warriors made the NBA significantly more top-heavy, as the best team in the NBA only got better. But this very move is the definition of a landscape-changing move. The NBA is currently in one of its greatest arms races that we've ever seen. This year alone, DeMarcus Cousins got traded to the Pelicans, Paul George got traded to the Thunder, Chris Paul got traded to the Rockets, and Jimmy Butler got traded to the Timberwolves. The Philadelphia 76ers are set to debut 2 #1 overall picks at the same time. The Los Angeles Lakers are trading their #2 overall pick for the chance of acquiring Paul George. The NBA is in an arms race, and honestly, the risk of this all just makes the NBA way more captivating to enjoy. We have a lot of great teams to watch next year as a result of this move. So looking back at it a year later, I still dislike Kevin Durant, but he may have made the NBA more competitive and better in the long run. Number 1, LeBron James takes his talents to South Beach and joins the Miami Heat. I know what you're gonna say. LeBron James taking his talents to South Beach isn't anywhere near the same thing as Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors, and I agree with you. But Kevin Durant said something about LeBron James that is also true, and that's the fact that LeBron James paved the way for superstar franchise players to leave their teams to form super teams. Now don't get me wrong, LeBron James was fully justified in his decision to do this, because in his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, his best teammates included Mo Williams, Larry Hughes, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and a Shaq that was way past his prime. So leaving to Miami and letting the Cavaliers tank for a bit while he gained valuable championship experience and not fizzled away his prime may not have been the worst thing, considering how he made it to the NBA Finals 7 times in a row. But prior to this move, there has never been a case where a MVP prospect left a team in his prime to team up with 2 other All-Stars that were also in their prime on a different team. There have been cases where players like Moses Malone or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar were traded to new teams, but those teams were not nearly as ready to compete as the 2010 Miami Heat were. LeBron James is right about the fact that they had to build something, because from there the Miami Heat built a supporting cast in practically one offseason. But regardless, this move changed the way the next generation of superstars saw the NBA. Before, players would be seen as a face of a franchise cornerstone. Now, in order to keep your franchise cornerstone, you better surround him with a team that is ready to contend, otherwise he may leave for greener pastures. And those are the 5 biggest free agency signings in NBA history. Did I miss out on any signings? Let me know in the comment section down below. Besides that, I'm your boy TheFlightMike, and I'm signing out, baby.